Artie doesn't drink just any beer. Oh, Jesus.
It's got to have flavor, character, and strength.
Beautiful is coming at you. Flavors all the way.
Flavor. That's what you get with Hudepohl's traditional 14K brewing. Takes a champ to know a champ. Oh. That's a rare top-quality beer, mein Liebchens.
Travel back to the 1830s, the development of the canals and Cincinnati's early role as a major commercial trade center. Cincinnati, a city rich in history. Channel 9 looks back with a unique half-hour special. What shaped the city from 1820 to 1880? Cincinnati's early growth years. A Channel 9 special, Saturday, January.
Okay, Sam, here we are. Brentwood Bowl, match 1, King of Bowling. And whom do we have on lane 41? The number 2 qualifier for the men with a 697, Doug Harber. Veteran of bowling, too, at his young years. Oh, hey, somebody up there likes him, Sam.
I believe it. Jack, this pair is definitely outside. You can't get inside, it'd die out there.
Yeah, you notice his ball was losing ground.
Yeah, it wasn't gaining, I tell you.
Doug, all 22 years of age, standing out there, a 207 league average. Cross lane shot and look out, hold it. He held it. Here he comes, Sam. Rapid Robert, as we like to call him. Bob Glandorf needs no introduction to TV viewers because he's been on many, many times. And boy, he whistles that ball down there. What do you say, Robert? See what I mean?
Yeah, he shot a couple 300s here recently, Jack. He's been hotter than a stove.
What was it again?
Hotter than a stove, I guess you'd call it.
That's an innovation.
Oh, sure. Depot stove, anyway.
Rapid Robert gets that spot where he stands to the right of the approach. Angles the ball in. Here it comes. Mixing ball, but he's not going to kick that 4 out of there. One thing that's always about Bob Glandorf, we've always talked about him in the past, Sam, but he doesn't take any pity on those pins.
No, he hums it down there, I'll tell you.
And he tells me he actually has slowed his ball down.
Well, I mentioned that before, but it don't look like it, I'll tell you. You're talking about 300s, Jack. Art Smith rolled one Friday night in Kentucky.
That's right.
And we got Tucky Perez, our qualifier from yesterday even here.
Doug's still having a little trouble. Doug was on about a year or so ago on King of Bowling. In fact, I think it was out there in Glenmore.
Glenmore, that's right. That's where he was
last year, along about April. Makes his home in Fort Thomas, Kentucky. Go outside. You're a fine bowler, Doug. In fact, you don't see anything but the cream of the crop.
We've got him on here, I'll tell you.
Don't we, though? Speaking of cream, how about that nice creamy head on a Beauty Delight right about here?
Beauty Delight? That's super. But Kingpin yesterday was busting the walls down to get in.
Oh, Tucky Perez, 760. He's in the audience here today. That one took legs and crossed over.
Yeah, he was super, Jack. At Tucky yesterday, had 214 the first game. He starts the next game with the first 8, got 278. Started the last game with the first 8 and got 268 for 760.
Lenny Gray was next with 705, and Ron Pollard, that's the youngster.
That's that for Sales Flash from Indiana.
Son of Bill. Well, Bob, you got by with it.
Yeah, Ron was just 18 the other day, so that youth will be served.
He's a fine-looking bowler.
Oh, he's
remember
going to
him
be
from last year.
Cracker Jack.
He's going to be challenging his dad, Bill.
He will. He is right now.
All right. You got a pretty close match here.
Yeah, just one little pin there.
Don't forget, we want to remind you right now, get those pens and pads and papers and what have you ready for our question, which will come at the outset of match 2. Sitting back to challenge one of these gentlemen is Vi McKinney, who can thank Pat Peterson for being here today. Well, Robert, a little speed got you in trouble that time.
Well, Jack, to answer our question last week, the U.S. Open champ was Charlie Lewis, and the year before, Vi McKinney won the U.S. Open.
Right, so we have a ball delay down in the pit. I think that's what we have. Ah, here it comes. Bob's standing down there waiting for his ball to come back, and he has, I wouldn't say an easy setup with that 2-4-5 down there.
It's got a little bit too.
Right, that's what I mean, Sista. What's the old saying, Sista Malabus or something like that, huh?
Well, the 5 kind of moved over, made a bad spare.
You got to get that 5 pin with that ball. Hit that deuce on the right side, take that 5 out of there. The deuce will take care of the 4. And here's Doug playing a little nosy that time. But he now enjoys the lead in match 1. Yeah, we'll be qualifying next Saturday, you bowlers, at Coleraine Bowl, I would presume 9:30
in the morning.
a.m. If the gals want to be on, well, it's up to them to beat the men when you start qualifying. They automatically qualify for the first 2 weeks. But now they're on their own.
That's true.
So we want to have a gal with us next Sunday. We have to have either Vi or Pat.
Which is a very good possibility.
I'll tell you that both of them excellent bowlers. Doug Harber with the lead here in match 1. He's got, hey, that ball really takes legs.
41's running a lot more than 42.
Boy, that ball really took off. I thought he was going to play channel with that one the way it started out. So Bob Glandorf here knows he's got work in front of him. And he still can't quite get the pocket. You know, Sam, I'm a great lover of music. You know that. Big band sound. Well, I caught a band last night. Believe me, they don't take a back seat to nobody.
They don't?
Al Cassidy's 16-piece band. Boy, they are terrific. Hey, what's Bob doing here? I think we better play a little up-tempo beat here for Bob right now. He says, the heck with that ball. I'm going to get the black one.
Oh, he's too hard with that ball, Jack. It's sliding and he's hooking
That
it all.
ball was sliding. Let's see what he does with the black one. You can see he's really down.
All right. Get up there. All right. Come on, JR.
That one hooked a little better.
Better. We got one of our old buddies in the hospital, Jack, Cy Hobner, had a appendicitis operation.
And speedy recovery to Cy. What old Udapole bowler you? Udapole team?
Cheerleader.
Well, Bob Glandorf, after 5 frames, he said, 4 frames actually, he said, I'm finished with that ball. Now we're going to have it. Well, it's on the other lane, a re-rack on 41.
He's going to have to regroup.
Hurry. Let's see if this does anything to Doug, that distraction on 41. Oh, there's a honey.
2-8-10, that's a new formation.
If he brings this back, it'll be something.
You talking about nigh on impossibles? A fellow this week, Jack, named Bob Williams, a left-hander, made the 4-6 twice in the same game on the same lane.
4-6
4-6 twice.
Let's see if this one can. This is nigh on to impossible. That's what I mean. Well, it gives, let's say, a little breathing room for Bob.
Yeah, it'll be
if he
about
can get X.
a matter of about 10 pins now.
He was really down and down by plenty. Well, that was an odd setup. 2-8-10. That's a honey. There's the sign of coming back in grand style. I guess Bob's sitting down there saying, how in the world did I wind up with that one?
I think Glandorf's going to make a big change here, right here, Jack. Now time to do it.
All right, get up there.
He still can't get that head pin.
He's Speedy Gonzalez too fast on the Tootsies.
Isn't he, though?
Oh,
Now he's going back to...
he looked like
the
Jesse
other ball.
Owens in his heyday, I think.
Bob's changing balls after each delivery. Oh, thank you, sideboard.
I knew he had that one when it went down, I'll tell you.
That is the only way. Bob even shaking his head up there saying, oh, there's something radically wrong here.
He's going to have to regroup.
He forgot about that black ball again. He's back to the original. I think he's going back to the black one again, Sam. The old bucket, 2, 4, 5, and 8.
Ball ain't doing nothing. He's whistling it down there.
Well, he had a chance to get back in it. Doug gave him a chance, but Bob didn't want to take it. Wham! I think he got mad that time. Well, Doug, you're sitting in a pretty comfortable seat right here. Working on a strike.
Another strike, he can just about close the store out.
They're having trouble over there. 42.
Yeah, they're going too wide on 42.
This looks like it has to be about the second board in. Angle it in.
Well, pretty close.
There's a nice setup, too. 1, 2, 4. And that old 8-pin right behind that deuce. Cover them all. Am I right? 17 pins on top?
Right, 124 to 107 in the 7. Well, the Junior Traveling League day is bowling at Seymour's.
Out on Seymour Road, Seymour Avenue. Ninth frame for Doug. He like, I'm going to say he loves this lane. Did you nail that 8-pin down, Sam?
Well, what they always say, Jack, when you leave the 8, the ball's late, but I don't believe it.
That ball wasn't late. Doug says I couldn't roll a better ball if I stayed here all day. Well, let's see. Bob needs, well, he's got to go all the way.
He can go out for 87, which would make Doug get a double, but he can't get the first one yet.
Yeah, that's something he hasn't. He had one in the first frame, didn't he? There we go.
Well, he can make it very interesting with a couple more here.
He decided to go ahead and go back to his old cannonball. That was really zipping down there.
Black ball's a little harder than that colored ball, I'll tell you. It don't seem to track too well as other black ball.
Oh, that ball really was zipped. Oh, he's let fly. First one in the 10th. There he is again. What is the old saying, Sam? That's all she wrote?
I believe it is. Yeah, that was the end
67's his potential, huh?
That's the end of the line.
But he needs these two plus 10 more. 167.
Doug can get 193 if he strikes out.
In fact, Doug's got this baby locked up if he doesn't trip or fall over the foul line. All righty, 166 is what I have for Bob. All Doug has to do is stay behind the foul line, Sam.
Stay between the channels there, that's all.
Stay between the channels also, right. Oh, Bob is well disgusted with his own performance. That's good right there. So, match 2. Young Doug, all 22 years of age out there. Looking at him right now. Against Vi McKinney. I think we have another ball stuck down in the pits. Sam, quit holding those balls out.
I hope not.
Here it comes.
We need some, what you call well-known strikes, I think.
Yeah, we didn't have too many. Well, you say we're going to get 93, Sam.
I believe it now.
One more gives him 93. But this was over long ago. When you see Bob Glandorf go through a match and roll but 2 strikes, you know there's something radically wrong. Is this 193? Make that 2. Doug Harber over Bob Glandorf, match 2 after this.
Back in Oberammergurgel, we say there's one thing wrong with these low-calorie beers, that they ain't got no taste. They got cowboyers and footballers, but they all taste like... So then I tried Hoodie Delight, and you know what? I saw Delight.
Here's Delight from McKinney, flavors on the way.
Now that tastes like a real beer. You could say I'm delighted. Hoodie Delight, the beer drinker's light.
Strolls to
You don't have to be a 250 bowler to know about Fassel's Bowling Supply in Norwood. Here you'll find the finest bowling supplies and accessories from Brunswick, AMF, and Columbia, including Columbia yellow, white, and blue dot balls. Balls are expertly drilled while you wait at Fassel's, including those purchased elsewhere. There's also a complete selection of trophies and plaques for every occasion at Fassel Bowling Supply, 3740 Montgomery Road in Norwood. It's the place every bowler should know.
All right, it's question time. Who won the local U.S. Open qualifier for the women in the year of 1979 and 80? Who won the local U.S. Open qualifier for the women? Now you send those cards only, please, to Mystery Quiz, 1821 Summit Road, room 216, Cincinnati 45237, and a $50 gift certificate after the drawing next week from Tri-State Bowling Supply. The answer to our question last week, the men, the one man who was it, Charlie Lewis? Yeah, Charlie Lewis won the men's U.S. Open qualifier. And we don't know who's going to get that $50 gift certificate from Carl Compton's Bowler's Paddock, but we'll find out right after the program when we have our drawing, and we'll let you know out there. Here's winner of match 1, Doug Harber, starting with a bang. And his worthy adversary is Vi McKinney, who can thank Pat Peterson. Had we crowned a king last week instead of a queen, Vi wouldn't be here today.
That's right.
It would have been Butch Remke, or Temke rather. Butch Remke, my goodness, that's old Jack. I'm thinking of Jack Remke.
Well, Vi was our U.S. Open champion the year before.
Right, in 78, 79.
Right. She throws a good ball, I'll tell you. She's one of them hoota pole bowlers.
Oh, yeah, that delightful Hootie Delight. By wearing that ankle protector on her left ankle where she has banged it many times with a ball. She broke it up. Brentwood Bowl. Carl Swartz and who else? Good old Bob Levy.
Yeah, Carl's granddaughter's sick, Mallory Knapp.
Bet she has the flu.
She had the flu. Everybody's got the flu, I think.
That flu bug. Bring it back. She does. Oh, Danielle, my little daughter had it.
I think everybody and their brothers had that flu.
And, in fact, my wife Barb had it, too. Well, here's Carl, or rather Doug, looking at that setup on 42, which has been given. Well, it gave Bob Glandorf fits. Not Doug. You know, this afternoon, head on out to your favorite BPA establishment, and you know what you can do. You could be on this program, maybe, with a little practice. Practice makes perfect, and get out there to your BPA lane this afternoon and tonight, or this coming week. Practice. Who knows? We may be introing you on King of Bowling. Crank that baby. Oh, he did. Easy spare, as Sam says. Nothing to go in between that 310.
Well, I've seen it go through there already, but not too many times.
You always get an advantage here. You can make it two ways. In between, which is the way to do it, or if you happen to make a mistake, miss your spot, the ball takes legs, walks to the left side, kicks the 3 into the 10. Well, Doug left it open. Dottie Wagner and Pat Peterson.
The Queen.
We may have Vi and Pat. Oh, but she has the bucket.
You know, on Saturday, March the 8th here, Jack, at Brentwood, they got the Special Olympics, you know, for the crippled children. It was fantastic last year, I'll tell you.
I think that was it at Princeton last year, was it? Or
Oh, they had it here.
was it here? Oh. Boy, this is a difficult shot. The bucket. See what I mean? That has to take precision control to bring that back.
He had that Jerry Lewis program at Princeton last year as well.
That was it. I know I had participated along with Johnny Bench and a couple of other celebrities around town.
They collect a lot of money, I'll tell you that.
That's more like it. There it is.
That was that hesitation pitch, I think.
We had 9 3/4 there for a second, and finally she toppled. The Ebb Bowlers next Saturday head for Coleraine. 9:30 a.m. to qualify, but our show will emanate from Davy Hines' establishment, Kingpin, next Sunday. Doug says, I'm not going to let that split take advantage of me. I'm going to come back with the big one, the X.
I think if we get a little deeper on 41, the ball would hold the pocket better on Jack there. It's roaring on 41, I'll tell you.
I know Doug's been letting that ball sit down about the second board, and it's winding up on the other side.
He ducks off.
Really takes off. Now watch it come. See? That's what I mean. You're right, Sam. Get inside on this land a little more.
Yeah, but a couple boards would probably hold a pocket better.
Well, this is... If Dottie Wagner was here right now, she'd say, I can shoot this like shooting fish in a barrel.
I believe it.
She made quite a few of these on her appearances.
She'll probably get her marksmanship award any day now.
4, 7, 10, take off. Up. Well, for the second time now, Vi has a chance.
The door's wide open.
She had an opportunity a couple of frames ago.
She's got a chance to answer the call.
Oh, she answered this time. And guess who we have on top in match 2?
We may have another ladies finals, Jack. Very possible.
There it is. You see Doug with that 84. 45 and 2 for Vi McKinney. She says, time for turkey. She didn't get that little love tap this time.
Well, she hit it in the area, I'll say that.
Definitely. She could be about 10 sticks up if she brings this back.
Well, it's right on the button. She makes the spare be 94-84 in the 5th. Ow.
Oh, that was a wild pitch. That was a bad pitch, and Vi knew it. In fact, she knew it when she let it go.
Oh, she started off early.
So Doug says, well, Vi gave me a life. I'm not going to feel sorry for her. I'm going to bury her right here with this one. So the young man from Fort Thomas, Kentucky is doing all right. Incidentally, did you know Vi is a league coordinator, also the day manager at Montgomery?
Oh, Montgomery Bowl, yeah, sure. She works with
Why should I
Edmondson
ask
over
you,
there.
do you know? You knew that. You know
Sure.
everything, Sam.
I try to, anyway. I don't know it all, but I'll try.
Here it comes. Oh, now that had to go, Sam. That had to go.
Pins are not trying to cooperate too well.
Yeah, Vi tells me she along with Chuck Edmondson, we're going to see, or rather Pat Edmondson, league secretary for 35 leagues. Well,
They
that's
got-
asking for work.
They got a computer deal over there, Jack. Ow. I think you take it, I don't want it or something.
You can have it, I don't want it.
Well, a lot
It's
of
too
these-
tough for me, huh?
Well, a lot of these places have spare practice on Sunday mornings,
I'll
8
tell
o'clock.
That 10-pin has given many a right-hander nightmares. And speaking of nightmares, looky here.
There's another spread formation.
Whom do you like in today's Super Bowl?
There's two
Speaking of
teams.
spread formations,
Well, Pittsburgh's playing, the Rams are playing, so I don't know. Pittsburgh may beat them.
this is striker no count, Sam.
Well, it's a matter of 3 sticks, 112 to 109 in the 7th.
Well, your figures are right down to perfection.
We got to get some strikers here.
That's what it's been, a striker no count. Spares, a thing of the past. That's better. As Vi says, Sam, you hit them light and make them
Fight.
right.
Hit them thin and you'll win, too, you know.
Well, Doug says I own a 3-pin advantage. Let's see if I can pad that here. He's battling back.
Now we'll see what he'll do on 41, Jack. He's been high.
This is the
last
one
couple
that's
balls.
been the kiss of death for both bowlers.
40.
You got to go inside, Sam. Tell him that now.
We got to get in a few boards, I believe.
Tell him to go inside, Sam.
Well, it looks easy from here, Jack. I'll tell you, it's easy here.
Yeah. Doug's going to still stay outside. He is.
Hey, he threw a little more speed and stayed out then. 40 threw a little slower, roared up there.
I remember this cost somebody a match. Dottie Wagner picked one off of this one, didn't she?
Yeah,
The
last week.
5-8, yeah. Mm-hmm. After making such a gorgeous split. That better start taking. It did.
Well, this is a big ball for Vi right here.
She can get back in it. Trailing by 3.
Yeah, she could take the lead with a strike
Right.
here.
A big strike. And Vi takes the lead. Aha! Sam would say how sweet it is.
Oh, you ain't kidding how sweet it is. She can make it awful tough with another one.
Looky there, 132 a spare, 109 and 2. First one in frame 10. Sitting back waiting to see which one she'll take on for the championship this week. Pat Peterson.
She really rifled that one down there. It doesn't do nothing. With a spare and a strike, she can get 178.
Exactly right. There's the spare.
Yeah, she'll make Doug get a double now. To win.
And that isn't really what you would say nice facing an individual.
No.
I got to get two. You could bury two and wind up getting a spare and a strike.
I see why Vi wears that ankle guard. She's played a couple of them off her already this year.
I know. You can hear a ticking when it goes by. Wow. 77.
Right, 177. Doug will have to get a double.
Well, we can tell right after this first ball if it's going to be a life for Doug or Vi and Pat. Doug says, I can't let the men down now. I got to get two. Here's the first one. Is it coming? It is. But he needs another.
Yeah, this is a pressure ball, I'll say that.
He needs another to win it.
He's been playing this 42 real good, I'll say that. 41 he's had his trouble.
Seems staring at that spot. Watch his reaction. Oh, how about that? The old came in. So we're going to have a male and female.
Well, he needs 6 to win, Jack. 6 to
We
win.
may not talk too soon, that's right.
Need
He's going to
6.
pitch this one out in the boondocks, huh?
He only needs 6, but sometimes they don't get 6.
He's going to get him right here. He's got him. Oh, yeah.
Back in Oberammergurgel, we say there's one thing wrong with these low-calorie beers, and they ain't got no taste. They got cowboyers and footballers, but they all taste like... So then I tried Hoodie Delight, and you know what? I saw Delight.
Here's Delight from Beauty, flavors on the way.
Now that tastes like a real beer. You could say I'm delighted. Hoodie Delight, the beer drinker's light.
In the old country, they practice 51 hours a day. Does that build up a thirst? So I send them a few cases of Hoodie. They say, this Hoodie ist gemütlich Flammspieler und der wunderbar Bierverflügel.
The ball is coming at you, flavors on the way.
Move over, Lawrence Welk. You've got company. That's a rare top-quality beer, mein Liebchens.
Hoodie.
All right, are you ready for that question again? Here it is. Who won the local U.S. Open qualifier for the women in 1979 and 80? Who won the local qualifier for the women in 1979 and 80? Send those cards to Mystery Quiz, 1821 Summit Road, room 216, Cincinnati 45237, and a $50 gift certificate from Tri-State Bowling Supply after the drawing next week. And there you have it. We'll also mention that again, and the winner of last week's question will know after the match is over. But it was Charlie Lewis was the answer. If you jotted down Charlie Lewis, who won the men's qualifier, you are right.
But Doug is starting, he's going to change the format, Jack. He's starting on 42 this time.
He came back and did it. Oh, good ball, Doug. Doug needed 2, but he got 3 to win. 182 to 177 over Vi McKinney in match 2. So we have Pat Peterson, the Queen, and Doug Harber. Doug disposed of Bob Glandorf. If Bob was not Bob Glandorf today, not the Bob Glandorf we know. Here's that nasty old 10-pin. Here she is, the gal who knocked off Ed Schwab Jr., Lefty Bill Heflin, and Dottie Wagner last week to become queen on King of Bowling. Pat Peterson. She's going to angle in from right side.
Hold up.
Aha! Mixing all the way, Sam.
Sure was. That was a Super Bowl. Well, Jack, the men's city tournament starts at Princeton Bowl on February the 9th for the Cincinnati Association.
It's about 3 weeks from now or so.
Right. In the men's city tournament in Hamilton, entries close next Sunday, the 27th. Where do you think they're going to bowl at? Coleman Lanes.
I've heard of that establishment.
I have too a few times.
Well, Pat's going to have a little trouble over there on 42 like everybody else has had thus far, all except Doug Harber. She has the 1, the 2, the 4, and that sleeper back there, 8. She's going to go right by everything. That didn't help matters.
No, that wasn't too good.
Sure helped for this young boy right here. 22 years of age and also a veteran of TV bowling.
That's right.
Doug Harber, Fort Thomas, Kentucky's pride and joy.
He's got a rooter back there. Jack Tucky Perez is back there.
Tucky, who was top qualifier yesterday with a 760, 760 at Kingpin. Lenny Gray. Good to see Lenny back again.
Yeah, he was our former champion.
705, Ron Pollard, the Versailles, Indiana Flash, being the son of Lefty Bill. 700. Those 3 are definite for next week. Well, he's having 10-pin trouble over there. He's had 2 good hits on 42.
Yeah, the ball's coming late, Jack. You're going to leave the 10.
That'll leave that 6 fly around it, won't it?
Yeah, it goes right around it.
So Tucky Perez, Lenny Gray, Ron Pollard, and either Doug here or Pat Peterson next week at Kingpin. Give him 2 for 2 on the 10.
Well, we qualified Colerane's next Saturday, Jack, starting at 9:30.
Coleraine.
That's one of the Golden Triangle houses.
That's right.
Coleraine.
Seymour, another one.
In Northwest.
Boy, our memories, Sam,
Oh, we're
astounds
super.
me, you know. How great we are memorizing those.
Hold it.
Well, Pat's going to have to do a lot better than she's doing thus
Yeah,
far.
she's having a little road trouble there. She's kind of sidewheeling.
And who's going to be greeting all the bowlers over there at Coleraine? Fran Ruggieri. As you notice, there was a sleeper back there. That old 8-pin, and she's going to leave it. Leave it? No, she's not. Oh, Sam. How do you do that?
You know, I think possibly Pat might have been a pool player in her day. Taking him off the side rail in the pocket or something.
Off the side rail and made it.
Oh.
20-40.
They ought to have an instant replay on that shot.
That is something. That is not the way to make it.
All right. Come on now. Come on.
She took advantage of it, maybe, not the 7-pin. No, that 2-8 is not the way to make it, the way Pat made it. She skimmed the 2 enough to kick it off the sideboard and come back and kiss the 8.
Just got it.
Here's the 7. Again, that question, who won the local U.S. Open qualifier for the women in 1979-80? The answer is, we'll tell you next week. Send those cards to Mystery Quiz 1821 Summit Road, room 216, Cincinnati 45237. Doug, who's been playing spare strike, but not this time. Didn't get that strike.
Yeah, I think they ought to get a little deeper on 41. They're a little too far outside.
You can learn so much from watching King of Bowling. Lines bowlers use, things they should do, like going inside, or playing conditions may prompt going outside.
That's why you should get out and practice, Jack. Open bowling, get your
That'll do
timing
it.
down.
That'll do it every time if you get out there and practice. Golly, I know so many bowlers who spend hours practicing in addition to their league bowling. We got about a 16-pin differential here.
Right, 57 to 41 and a third.
No, it's not over for Pat yet. She's still alive. Down a mark and a half.
Well, she's still in hailing distance yet.
Doug wants to come back as our king next week, trying to unseat Pat Peterson. That isn't the way to make that one.
You know, that ball almost went in the channel, Jack, when he started it. It just wavered a little bit before it got back on there.
Well, we got a lot of close ones here today.
I don't think
Too
they're
close
right
for comfort, Sam.
They're not writing a script like this, are they?
Definitely no. Pat says one of these days I'm going to solve this lane.
She kind of side-wheeled that one, too.
In fact, she lost a stick.
That's 17 pin different now, 75 to 58 in the fourth.
The 1, 2, 4. Oh, she's wide open again. Huh? Well, that's the way it looks now. After 5 frames, a nice enjoyable lead. Doug Harber over.
In the old country, they practice 51 hours a day. Does that build up a thirst? So I send them a few cases of Hoodie. They say, this Hoodie ist gemütlich Flammspieler und der wunderbar Bierverflügel.
The ball is coming at you. Flavors on the way.
Move over, Lawrence Welk. You've got company.
That's a rare top-quality beer, mein Liebchens. Hoodie.
If you missed the Lincoln Mercury factory sale at the Ford plant, then now is your chance to take advantage of the same sale only at Taylor Lincoln Mercury. Except the prices are even lower than the Ford plant sale. Only $38.79's left. The rock bottom price is clearly marked on the window of each car. Taylor Lincoln Mercury will be open from 10 till 10 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for this super factory sale. Only at Taylor Lincoln Mercury, Beachmont Avenue, just inside I-275.
All right, we got halfway through. You can see it. That's supposed to be 68 there instead of 58 that you saw on the score sheet. Pat down.
67.
67 rather. 67. But there was 58 showing. So Pat, you got to get going. You're losing ground to Doug Harber. And we may have our queen disposed of here in the second week of King of Bowling. Well, I've never seen Pat blow so many sands.
Yeah, Jack, she's carrying the ball for about a step and a half. She's late with delivery. She can't get it through in time, really.
So, Doug, you ought to be feeling free and easy out there right now. Now he's having trouble.
Come on, bring it back.
What's coming off here, Sam?
I don't know. We're having a little road trouble here.
Yeah, Pat Peterson today. In fact, there was last week, I don't think she had one open frame with a blow, did she? When she won all 3. Today she's having trouble shooting those spares, which are very important.
The only open Pat had last week. She missed that 10 pin last week on 61.
That's right, the last one, the only open frame.
And give Dottie a shot, and then she come back and doubled on her.
Right now, it looks mighty good for Doug Harber, unless something misfortune here on one of these last remaining frames. Look at the footwork now on Doug. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out she goes. Back it comes. Solidly in the pocket.
That was a super ball there.
Wasn't it nice?
Beautiful.
Well, she's down by plenty, isn't she?
Well, 36. She's got to really string them out now. You got to make a run for it.
Good ball there. That's the Pat Peterson we saw last week.
She moved the ball quicker, Jack. You can tell there.
Good turnout here at Brentwood. We had an excellent turnout last week over at Western Bowl. We'll have a fine turnout again next Sunday at Kingpin, and we know we'll have a lot of you bowlers turning out next Saturday at Coleraine to qualify. No, the 04 is not going.
Well, the first week we were at Western Bowl, they had 68. Then Brentwood's got 48, and yesterday we were at Kingpin at 38. And we go to Coleraine where they got 36 lanes.
You even know how many lanes, don't you?
I've been over a few of them already.
Well, let's see. We're coming up to the 8th frame for Doug. Doug Harber. And you know, it's ironic. Last week, Pat had to win all 3 to become queen, and Doug does it today. He would have won all 3.
Maybe that's the new format.
Be first and go all the way, huh? What's the matter with that 7-pin? Are you going to go? Nope. The old Don Wickersham down there from beautiful Burger Brewing Company. Don's the sales manager.
Sell that old hootapole.
And old Judy Delight.
What a good bowlers work here, Jack. Sue Spiegel, Lois Herman, Diane Felton works here.
Here at Brentwood.
Right, here at Brentwood.
Here comes the big 9th. Doug says, I want to get one here to build for that 10th. See if I can close the door early. He's taking command, I would say, Sam.
Well, Pat, you got 176 if she strikes out. Doug won't need a mark.
No.
Need a mark. It's all over. That's all she wrote.
Tucky Perez, Lenny Gray, Ron Pollard, and a king, Doug Harber. That's the way the lineup will read next week at Kingpin.
Well, next week we're going to have youth, Jack. 3. We'll have Tucky Perez, Doug Harber, Ron Pollard, and the old veteran, Lenny Gray.
That's right. Lenny will be the veteran there. Yeah. Another postal employee. Yeah. Remember how they used to dominate the program? Number 10. First one in the 10th? Nope. So that goes down to 56 now as her maximum, and in fact, Doug can throw this one between his legs.
Yeah, he don't have to do nothing with it, really. Just keep it between the channels.
So we have crowned a king. Oh, look at that. Boy. I would say that's one of the lowest, 144, that Pat has rolled in quite a spell.
She had a lot of trouble. One of them days, I guess.
So you're looking at the king, our first king of 1980. 22 years of age. And there's that sleeper down there. You know, Sam, we've had more, I would say, 2-8s today than I've seen in a long while.
Well, to get it out wide, it comes late. You leave the 2-8, I guess.
Well, this was made by Pat, but not the way to do it.
Off the wall.
Doug says, I'm going to show you the way it's supposed to be done, hitting that deuce right on the nose. He hopes. 192 with one more X.
That's right.
So now next Sunday at Kingpin, you're going to see quite a lineup. Tucky Perez, Lenny Gray, Ron Pollard, 760, 705, and 700. And the man right here, Doug Harber. There's the final delivery of the match. Make that one. I was going to say 92. No. 188. But we crowned the king, and we'll be back with the presentation after this.
Won over $64,000 in the $1 Million Hoikey Bowling Classic. Congratulations, George Polly. You know the Hoikey Classic had over 69,000 entries from as far away as Helsinki, Finland, and you were the big winner.
I've always thought anyone could win here. It's like a dream.
You know there were thousands of winners, like the 5-man team event from Illinois, the men's doubles from New York, and a special prize new car winner from Ohio. The $1 Million Hoikey Classic in Cincinnati has paid out over $1 million 5 years in a row. You can be a winner, too. Call this number now.
Back in Oberammergurgel, we say there's one thing wrong with these low-calorie beers, and they ain't got no taste. They got cowboyers and footballers, but they all taste like... So then I tried Hoodie Delight, and you know what? I saw Delight.
Here's Delight from Cutie, flavors on the way.
Now that tastes like a real beer. You could say I'm delighted. Hoodie Delight, the beer drinker's light.
One moment, please.
Well, last week, our first week on King of TV Bowling, what did we do? We crowned a queen. However, in our second week, we now have the king, not only for a day, but the king for a week at least, Doug Harber, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he has some supporters out there, too. And now let's bring out one of our genial hosts here to make the presentation, Mr. Carl Schwartz. Carl, it's all yours.
Thank you. Bob, I have a check here for $75. There you are. Congratulations. Vi, I have a check here for $100. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. And Pat, I have a check here for $200 and a lovely queen for a week. And Doug, I understand this is your first time as king. Here's a check for $400, and good luck to all of you. All right.
I know you have someone in your immediate family who you'd like to say hello to right about here.
Oh, yeah, my granddaughter, Mallory. She's in bed with the flu. Get well, Mallory.
You can't say that, Carl. You know that, don't you?
I know that.
Oh, what a wonderful day. And we want to say right now, let's move up. Pardon me, Pat. You know, you had the supporters. Are they all Kentuckians, Fort Thomasites over there for you, Doug?
Well, they're all Kentuckians.
They all Kentuckians?
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have them all for you next week at Kingpin. I guess it's quite a thrill for you. This has been your second appearance. You were on last year for the first time, I think, on King of Bowling. Am I right?
Right, yes.
And here you are, all 22 years of age. What are you going to do with all that $400?
Put it in the bank.
That's a smart boy. Our king, Doug Harber, ladies and gentlemen. Pat, I know this is one day, like you said to me following the match, and you said, man, I was moving like a rabbit up there today, and I couldn't stop. That was the old road trouble today, wasn't it? Feetsy trouble.
Right. I started rushing the line, and I couldn't stop it, and I tried to make adjustments, and it wasn't the adjustments. It was just getting to the line and taking my time.
Well, how did it feel to be queen for a week on King of TV Bowling? Did you really rub it into the men this past week?
No, I didn't say much. They said it for themselves.
They said it for themselves? We know you'll see you back again. You're a tough competitor.
Thank you.
Pat Peterson, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as we said when the match was on, you'll never see a fellow roll like Bob Glandorf getting a couple of strikes for 10 frames, because we know what this fellow has done. He's the owner of several 300 games. He's always been in the 200 plus. This was just one of those days we all run into, Bob.
The speed.
Speed.
Too much speed, not,
And when you get
area.
fast on the footsies, we know you have trouble.
Yeah. Try to slow down, you can't.
But you know, I always said, and Sam and I will verify this, when you told me here last year when you were on, you're trying to slow your delivery down, but you were so much more effective when you blew the back of the pits out.
I'm going to try it again.
You're going to go back to that.
Go back to it.
We know we'll see this fellow back again, Bob Glandorf. Well, Vi, today, thanks to Pat, you were on, so you're $100 richer thanks to Pat Peterson.
Right.
You know, Sam and I both were commenting during the match, you wear that ankle brace. Did you happen to tick it a couple of times going by, or was that, we heard something go tick when you deliver?
No, I don't think I hit it, but I come close every time. I didn't feel like I touched it. I think I was clicking my heel.
You know what they say, when you come close to that ankle, you're delivering the ball correct.
I'm glad they say that.
That's right. And oh, they hurt too, don't they?
Oh, when you hit it, yes.
All right, there you have our 4 bowlers today. Don't forget Kingpin next Sunday, qualifying Saturday at Coleraine. As we say goodbye, congratulations again, Doug. Good afternoon from Brentwood Bowl.